Welcome, third graders. I thought it'd be fun today to play with your name. We're going to play with letters in your name. Depending on how long it is, what we're going to do is do a design project by taking the letters and moving them around. So you can see I've started with my name, Appleford. So I've got started with my A in the center, and I did it in a block letter. So remember, if we start anything with a letter, the easy way to make a block letter is just to come out. I've added little feet on mine. I just came out and I went around my line drawing of my A. Now I have a block letter. So any letter you have, you can do that by just coming back inside, adding. What we're going to be doing with our design project is we're going to start with your first letter of your name, and they don't have to spell. You have to. It's kind of like a puzzle of finding the letters in your name for someone else when they look at the design, and then you can start adding your last name or your first name or all of it. Somewhere in there is hidden inside your design, and then you can come back and do different patterns inside the letters. So you really end up coming up with a picture of a design all done with letters. So you can see I've started with my A, I have a P, and I put another P down here. They're all going to touch. So once I start my letters, so let's see, I have A, P, P. I've jumped around some letters. Let me think of what I'm going to do with my L. So I'm going to think about design as I do this. This one I'm going to come down and I'm having that touch my letter there. I've already put my E. I need to put an F, and maybe I'll change the shape on that one and do a fancier F. So I'm going to come up. It can be uppercase, lowercase. So I'm going to have that one come there. I've already got my O, so I need an R, and I can come and decide where I'm going to attach in my design. Maybe I'll make it can be different sizes. Maybe this one I'll just do without making a bubble letter. And I think I already did my D. So I've actually got to start on my design right here with just, since I have a nice long name. But if I had a short name, then I might come back and think about where else I might be putting letters for a name. I'd be just adding my letters in maybe different shapes. You can look sometimes in a newspaper at lettering, how they do the headlines or things, or in one of your books where they do different letters, like I did a different G here. Look at here where I laid the F on its side, the D. You can see, so you have to look for my letters. This R, I laid on its side. There's another O. So I'm starting to put my letters, my B, and making neat shapes. Then what I did when I'm all through getting my letters laid in there so I can do my design, I'm going to come around and I'm going to mimic the outside shapes to make the pattern come up. This could be cut out if you wanted to. I mean, these are good ideas for later on when you're starting to make a lot of posters and things, where how do you lay out a design? And this is an easy way to start getting in the habit of how you can make something look very, very graphic. So in here now, I can do this a couple times. Then I can come back and know that I can change colors. So when you see commercials on television sometimes, and you see all the lettering, especially in the cartoon ones, where they do things with lots of bright colors in their designs, this is how those artists have started off, with maybe taking something. So you have spaces inside. I can even break them up the same way. I'm going to just follow around the designs my letters have made to make some interesting shapes. And inside here, I can decide where I want to end it and how I'm going to break up my spaces. So here I can come sneak inside this neat shape and come back down and make another fun shape. I can bring that over here. Maybe I'll stop that one there. And then in here I have a little shape to make. The fun part is then deciding where you're going to put your colors. So if you were using a marker, you could see how here I could start with my empty spaces I can start with my letters, so I can have a lot of fun. Some of them I can fill in solid, and some of them I'll fill in with designs, and see what you can make with your name. And so you're literally creating an artwork using your name. Again, with some short names, you're going to want to use your last name too. You're going to put your last name and your first name somewhere in that design and see what happens. Have fun with this project. Enjoy yourself.